Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. So I welcome all you for the fourth session of software testing. So just we'll recap what are the things you discussed in the previous classes. So in the previous class, we discussed about software quality assurance, software testing, and code of ethics. As you know, the quality was very, very important in every department, in every software development life cycle. So the testing is also important. So we are doing testing to improve the quality of the software product. That is the main reason we are doing testing there. If the testing is not done properly, then what you can say that the quality of the product may not be good, what you can see. So that's what we discussed in the last class. Then what do you mean by software testing you discussed, and the code of ethics of uh, our software engineers, what we discussed is fine. In today's session, we'll discuss about what are the who are software testing professionals, skill set for testing professionals, and task handled by testing professionals. So these are the three topics of this today's session, and this will wind up the first chapter of your unit 1. Unit 1 include two chapters are there. One is the introduction chapter and the second chapter is fundamentals of testing. So two chapters are there in the unit number 1. So this is a small introduction chapter which we're going to complete today, and the next class will be starting with the fundamentals of testing. From your textbook, this is chapter number 1, and the fundamentals of testing is your chapter number 3 from your textbook, what you can call that. So these are the three things we're going to discuss in today's session. What do you mean by software testing professionals? Who are those? Skill sets, what are the skills required for testing professionals, and what are the tasks handled by testing professionals? Yes, fine. Yes, software testing professionals. The test engineers have to interact with many other groups to carry out the work. So the fundamental requirement of a test engineer is to have good interpersonal skills. See, the testing is the last phase in the software development cycle there. So it will come, the software, maybe after requirement analysis, designing, coding, then it will come to the test engineers. So the work of the test engineers is to find out the bugs, to find the mistakes. So when they find out the mistakes, they what is their main aim is to not to what you can call discourage the developers or the designers. Just they are finding out the bugs to identify or to improve the quality of the product. So when they identify the bugs, they should intimate the developers that there are bugs are there. So you need to rectify. So not only the developers, even for the designers also that. So they need to have the first quality is what you call, they need to have good interpersonal skill set. Not to demotivate them that you are done wrong. No, that is not the aim of test engineers. The aim of test engineers to find out the bugs so that they can improve the quality of your product. Not to demote the developer that you've done a mistake or something like that. So because of that, the first one is they need to have good interpersonal skills there. Next, you can see here. So software testing professionals, see, test engineers, they need to interact with entire software development team. As I told you, requirement analysis team, then quality team, management, and developers. So they need to interact with everybody. So because of that, they need to have good interpersonal skills. So some people, they would have done the mistakes in the requirement. So they need to identify that you're not done properly, requirements have not been identified, or the quality team might have not done proper work or something, or developers might have done some mistakes there. Yes, or there may be some problem with the management. The management may not be providing some tools, or the resource person, or the time. Sometimes the management will give less time for the test engineers there. So they need to interact. So the test engineers should have a good interpersonal skill because they need to interact with all the members of the software development team there. So requirement team, quality team, developers team, and management team. So the one quality what they need to have is good interpersonal skills, what do you call it? It's fine. Next, what are the skills? Yes, what are the skills required for testing professionals? The various skills you need to acquire to become software testing professionals are. What are these skills then? We'll see that. So some other skills, a good understanding of software quality assurance and quality management standards. A good understanding. So you're doing testing. So you may be doing on C language, or you're doing on Java language. So without knowing Java language, can you do testing? Or without knowing C language, can you do testing of C program? No. So they need to understand the language. They need to understand the tools, what are the guidelines given by software quality assurance team there, what are the standards what you're going to maintain. So there are some standards are being maintained by every organization there. Like for example, I'm telling for a project report. So you want to develop a project report. So you need to use the Times New Roman as the font is, and size should be main heading should be 16, subheading should be 14, and your text should be 12. Margin left, margin right. Everything is given that you need to follow that particular standard. Or for example, in your question paper has got some fixed pattern. Every unit has got, you need to answer 2 questions. Yes, a part A or part B, you may have some question paper, something like that. Yes, like that. So as you're having 6 units are there, every unit will be having 2 questions there. In that, or every chapter has got some marks to be allotted for India, every chapter there. So we need to ask so many questions there. So that is a standard we need to follow it there. So same case here also, every software will have what you call the test engineer should understand what are the standards given by the what you can call given by the particular team or the management or the company. Yes, they give some standards there. They need to follow some standards there. Then a thorough knowledge of testing process, testing types and methods, designing and executing the test. So you should have knowledge. So without knowledge, testing knowledge, you cannot do testing. Yes. So you should, what type of testing you are using, the different types, black box, white box, and so on. Different levels are there. Unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and so on. How to execute the test. There's so many tools are there. Latest tools are available. Yes. Or manual testing you need to do. Sometime online testing or online testing you need to do. So many things. So many types of testing tools are there. You should be able to know or you should have thorough knowledge about all these testing tools. Yes. And hands-on expertise in using popular testing tools. There are so many tools available on internet, freely open source software. So many for what you call free and open source software. So many tools are available freely on the internet. So you should choose the best one. So the tools keeps on updating that. Yes. So whichever is the best suitable for your application, you should choose it. Yes. Hands-on expertise in using popular testing tools. So you should experience or you should work on the tools before using it. Directly you purchase a new tool there. So without using it, you cannot apply it for your application what you call. First, you should use the tool. You should know how to use it, and then you should start using the tools what you call. Yes, fine. So these are some of what you can call the skills required for testing professionals what you call. Yes. Other skills, what are that? Then skill sets again. Knowledge in an application area such as financial, accounting, business applications, telecommunication, networking, security, etc. The software project which you are developing, in what domain, what it is, whether it is a business oriented or whether it is a telecommunication oriented or networking oriented or security oriented or bank application or railway reservation or a database or a web page or a website. Whatever it is, you should know the type of project it is, in which domain it is whether financial, business application, or telecommunication, or online, what it is. You should know. So without that, you cannot do testing. So what domain it is, in which application the particular the software is in being developed. Then excellent communication and interpersonal skills with ability to effectively inform bad news that the software has bugs. See, when you identify or you tell the developer that there are bugs, so developer will get angry or will get sad that I have done the mistake. That it is not that you are intentionally identifying the mistake. Your work is to identify the bugs so that you can improve the quality of your software. So not to tell others that you are done wrong. No, that is not your aim. The aim of tester is to identify the bugs to what you can call rectify the to improve the quality of your software. Then good documentation skills to document test results and test reports. So in the testing also, you need to document it. Who is, when you're done the testing, what time, who is the author, yes. And whenever you do modification, you keep on changing the version. Suppose it's a version 1, for example, today is your file, today you have done it. Then when you do again modification, some any updation, you can call it version 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and so on. You give the file names, keep on changing the file names. And documentation is very, very important. Why documentation is important there? Because your file will be sent to somebody else there. So they'll not be knowing what you have done it there, what type of testing you have done it there. Yes, whether it is black box testing or white box testing, what it is, how many bugs were there. Yes, and so on. You need to generate the report for that. And what were the inputs you are given, what was the output you are getting, what were the results, yes, whether you are getting proper results, whether you are not getting proper results, whether proper input was not accepting. So there may be some bugs there. Yes, so what type of bugs you might have occurred there? What type of errors you might have occurred, all should be submitted in the form of a result. So good documentation skills to document the test results and the test report. You should show the send the test report also there. Yes, what report it has generated is fine. So there may be a list of all the things what you have done there. Yes, fine. That is what the skills required for testing professionals. Then next, in addition to that, good listening skills, to listen to the members of the other groups. You should not be one way there. First, you should listen to others there. When you tell that there are bugs in the developer, immediately the developer may not accept it. He may tell, no, there are no bugs, it is correct. You may listen to him there. Then you tell that where there is a bug, or what was the error you're getting, or what was the output you were not able to generate there. So you should have good listening skills also there. That is more important. So good listening skills. Listening skills are also important. Fine. Then the art of learning fast techniques and technologies, what you call. So the art of learning fast and new techniques and technologies. Is it clear? Yes. So what is that? You should be able to learn new technologies or new techniques and so on. Yes. You should be able to learn for new techniques and technology. New tools will come there. So you should be able to use it, what you can call that. Yes. Fine. Next, a good understanding of the code of ethics and professional practice. So you should know what are the ethics of your profession, what you call. So like for example, you've done testing there. So he may be your friend. Your friend may be written the code. If there are bugs and you tell that there are no bugs in the file, so that is wrong there. So even he may be your friend or whoever it is, if there are bugs in the code or the program, you should inform that there are bugs there. Is it clear? So whoever it may be, that is against the code of ethics. Why you are doing this? That is to improve the quality of your software or code of ethics and professional practice. So these are the skills required for software testing engineers. Once again, we'll just go through what are the skills required for testing professionals. Can somebody read it?
Skill sets for testing professionals. The various skills you need to acquire to become software testing professionals are a good understanding of software quality assurance and quality management standards, a thorough knowledge of testing process, testing types and methods, designing and executing tests, hands-on expertise in using popular testing tools.
Yeah, so these are some of the skills required for testing professionals. You should be able to understand what are the standards of the software quality team and what are the standards of your organization. They give some standards. You need to have so much of quality of your particular product. Yes, it may be manufacturing product or whatever it is, they give some standards. You need to follow that particular standards. Then you should have thorough knowledge of testing processes, different types and methods for designing and executing the test case. Without knowing the testing skills, you cannot do this. What is the testing process? What are the different types of testing you should do? And what are the methods you should do? Yes, or methods you should adopt them. Then before using the tools, you should be experienced enough. Without knowing or without learning the tools or without executing or without practicing the tools, you cannot use directly on your project, what you call hands-on expertise in using popular testing tools. So many tools are there. Whichever is applicable or whichever is relevant to your software, you can use those tools, what you call them. So these are some of the skills required for what you can call the test engineers. Next, some other tools. Some other skills are there. What is that? Next somebody else.
Knowledge is an application area such as financial accounting, business applications, telecommunications, networking, security, etc. Excellent communication and interpersonal skills with ability to effectively inform bad news that the software has bugs. Good documentation skills to document test results and test it.
Yes. What is that? Here, knowledge. You should have the knowledge in which application you're doing the project. The project is in which area? Whether it is a business application or database or telecommunication or medical or networking or security or railway reservation, whatever it may be there. You should know what domain. So if you don't know in which application you're using, then you cannot test properly. Like for example, you're doing a banking application. You should keep in mind about the banking is withdrawal, deposit, and so on. That like that. Or if you're doing about database, maybe you're reserving a ticket or cancellation of for transactions and so on. So you should know in which domain or which area you are doing it. You can call this. That is what we can call this. Next, also you should have good communication and interpersonal skills with ability to effectively inform bad news. What is that bad news? Bad news is nothing but, so you'll tell the, what you can call the developer that there are bugs in your particular program. So why you're doing this, it's not intentionally to, it's a bad news, you're doing it just to improve the quality of your software, what you call it. Then you should have good documentation skills to document test results and test reports, what you call that. So who has done it, when you have done it, is what is the bugs you have identified, what type of testing you have done, and you will generate a particular report, what you can call that. Yes. Next, in addition to this, you should have, next somebody else, can you read this?
Skill sets for testing professional. Good listening skills to listen to the members of other groups. The art of learning fast new techniques and technologies. A good understanding of the code of ethics and professional practice.
Yes. So these are other skills. So you should listen also. You should have good listening skills. First, you should listen to the members of other groups. Then you share your information there. You should not be dominating one, continuously keep on speaking. No, you listen to them and then tell them what is right and what is wrong. Then you should also have good skills for learning new and fast techniques and technologies. So new tools keep on coming in the market. You should be able to adapt that and you should be able to learn that, what you call that. Then a good understanding of code of ethics and professional practice, what you call that. Yes. So you should know what are the ethics of a particular profession. As I told you, your friend has written the program, yes, and there are bugs. You should not say that there are no bugs in the program because your friend has written it. That is wrong, against the code of ethics. So these are the skills required for testing professionals. Yes, fine. Next we'll discuss what are the tasks handled by testing professional. What are the tasks? What are the responsibility of that? Or what are the tasks there? Yes, first point. Many young software engineers think that testing is not a creative job. Contrary to this popular belief, testing is very creative and challenging work. Many feel that testing is very easy. Software development is very creative and it requires thinking. What you think that? Usually we think like that. We want to become a software developer. I don't want to become a tester. Testing, you think it is very easy. No, testing is also the same as a software developer. It's a very creative and challenging work. So most of our projects in India, they are all testing based. Very few projects are being developed, what you call. So most of the projects, 75% of the projects, what you call, we are doing testing here. So there is a lot of demand for testing. You may be seeing so many testing institutes providing training on testing tools. There, so many testing tools available in the market. It's like that. So there's a lot of demand for testing. So you should not think that test engineer is a low job or low profile. No, it is same as equivalent as a software developer. Software developer or a software engineer or a software tester, all are similar, what you call. But many think that testing is not a creative and challenging, but it is also a creative and a challenging work, what you call. So usually what we think testing is very easy and is not creative, but it is very creative and challenging work. Then next, the test engineers need to understand the application well, study the software functionality in detail too. Yes, see, without knowing the software, you cannot do testing. Suppose you want to do testing on a project which is used C language. So to do testing, first you should know C language. If you know C language, then only you can do testing on C programs. So first you should study in detail about the particular project. What is the project that? What are the requirements? What is the design? What is the data flow diagram? Or what is your flow chart? How the control of the program is moving or flowing or moving, whatever it is. You should know, understand all in detail. Then only you can do testing there. So you should understand what is the functionality of the particular software, what is the purpose of software, whether it is a business application, for which business it is, or financial accounting, or maybe telecommunication, or it is a business banking purpose, or any or e-commerce purpose, whatever it is that. Yes, that's what. So you should identify the functionality of the particular purpose. If you identify, then only you can do testing. Without knowing the project, simply you cannot do testing there. So you should identify the functionality of the particular project. Then find out where the bugs are likely to occur. So you know there is chance that the bugs may occur there. More likely it may occur. Usually, for example, if you're using integer for a what you call factorial program. Yes, for factorial program, if you use integer data type and you want to calculate a factorial of if you give input as 8, factorial, find the factorial of 8, you'll get the wrong value. Why? Because integer will take only 32,565 bytes. So after that, factorial of 8 is more than that. So it will give a garbage value. So you know some places where the bugs are occurring there. So you need to test. So such cases, what you call it. Find out where the bugs are likely to occur. Yes. Study the code to ensure that each and every line of code is tested. So you should check entire line of code is tested. So there will be 1,000 lines of code. So you should check whether 1,000 lines are being executed or not. Or each and every line should be tested. You should not leave a single line there. Very, very important. It's very, very important. Next. Create test case in such a way that testing is done rigorously to uncover the hidden bugs and also ensure that the software is usable and reliable. So what do you mean by test case? Test case is nothing but a set of values for a particular program, and based on that input it is going to generate the output. That is what you call a test case. A test case is done in such a way that testing is done rigorously, repetitively to uncover the hidden bugs and ensure that the software is usable and reliable. Usable means you should be able to use it, and reliable, it should always give you the correct result whenever it is. Like for example, a banking application. So whether you go withdraw the money or deposit the money, or you don't go to ATM, the balance should be same there. Yes, it should not be any changes there. That's what. Yes, reliable. See, for example, your results in the, like for example, you are in 5th semester now. Yes, when you saw the result of 4th semester, in the last semester it was distinction. Now when you see the result today, suppose if it is showing first class, will you be happy? No, that is not a reliable software. It should be consistent. It should be the same. Whatever or whenever you see, the values should be same there. So test case, like for example, you see when you want to find the roots of a quadratic equation. So the root of a quadratic equation, there are 3 types of roots are there. Which are those? Can somebody tell me? Which are the roots of, what are the different types of roots of a quadratic equation? Three roots are there of a quadratic. What is the quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. It is a quadratic equation. So in a quadratic equation, there are 3 types of roots are there. Roots are equal, and roots are, first types are roots are equal, second is roots are equal and distinct, and third one is roots are imaginary. So to find all these 3 types of roots, you need to enter different types of values. First, the roots are equal, one set of values. To find the roots of equal and distinct different roots, another set of values. To find the roots of imaginary, another set of values you need to find. So that is how you need to find. You need to find the different test cases to get the correct result there. Is it clear? So that is what, even like for example, you're testing a program for a calculator program there. So you're doing addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, for example. So you need to test the different values. For addition, some values, subtraction, one values, division, and so on, multiplication. You need to get all the types of results properly. So you should check for all the possible operations there. That is what we call the different test cases there. Yes. So create test case in such a way that the testing is done rigorously to uncover the hidden bugs and also ensure that the software is usable and reliable, what we call it. Yes, fine. Next. What are the tasks again? Understand the application domain. As I told you, which domain? security or network security or banking or business application. That's all. Next, learn about the development environment, how the software has been developed. Understand that. Yes, learn how it is being developed. What are the various stages? Which is the first phase, which is the what you call main menu or sub menu, and so on. How the flow is moving the particular program. Then learn how to use the application. You should know how to use the application. Like for example, your online you want to book a particular ticket for a particular place. If you don't know how to use it, can you book a ticket? Or you want to do purchase a particular online product. So without knowing, you cannot do the particular place order for a particular product. Then study the source code. Source code is nothing but the program written in a particular language. You should study that. So first, what are these? Understand the application domain, learn about the development environment, and learn how to use the application and study the source code. So these are the additional tasks what you need to, the software testing professionals have to do it. So first you should study in what domain, what application it is, then learn the development environment, then learn how to use the application. You want to place the order, online product, how to, without knowing it, you cannot place the order. Then study the source code, what you call that. It's fine. Next, additional requirements. Yes, study the requirements specification doc, SRS, what you call in software engineering, you see software requirement specification document, what you call that. Yes, SRS, what you call. Are you able to see the screen? Screen is visible?
Yes,
Yes,
It's
sir.
yes.
fine. Yes. Some other tasks
Yes,
handled by
sir.
testing professionals are other tasks. Study the requirement specification document, what you can call SRS. So software requirement specification document, what you studied in software engineering. So the test engineer should study the SRS. Then study the acceptance test procedure. What are the values required for acceptance testing? That is acceptance testing. Test innovatively, different types of value, different inputs, different ideas. So test innovatively. With different ideas you test it. Report the test results. Yes, identify or generate the reports, what the output is being generated. Report that. Contribute to the organization's growth and be proud of your work. Whatever you are doing, you be proud of that and help to increase the organization growth, what I call. Yes, fine. Yes, these are the things what we need to discuss. That is the task handled by the test professionals. Just will go back once again and discuss the things. What are this? Yes, fine. Yeah. Once somebody can you read these points fast? Somebody.
Many young software engineers think that testing is not a creative job. Contrary to the popular belief, testing is very creative and challenging work. The test engineers need to understand the application well, study the software functionality in detail to find out where the bugs are likely to occur.
So first the task is to find out where the bugs are likely to occur, what you call. Next point. Yes, next.
Study the code to ensure that each and every line of the code is tested.
Every line of your software has to be tested. Next point.
Create test case in such a way that testing is done rigorously to uncover the hidden bugs and also ensure that the software is usable and
reliable.
usable
You
and
do the testing
reliable.
rigorously means repetitive task until you find the bugs and you should be able to use the software then. It's fine. Next.
Understand the
To take up
application domain.
testing,
Okay, fine. Continue. Understand the application domain.
Learn about the development environment. Learn how to use the application. Study the source code.
Yeah. So these are the tasks the software engineers should find out. In addition to this, there are some other tasks are there. What are those?
Study the requirement specification document. Study the acceptance test procedure. Test innovatively. Report the test results. Contribute to the organization's growth. Be proud of your work.
Yes, fine. So these are the tasks the testing professional should handle it. Yes, these are the tasks what you have to do it. So what are the things you have discussed today? You have discussed about the first topic. What you discussed was, what are the things you discussed? Software testing professionals. What we discussed? We discussed about software testing professionals. What are the skill sets for testing professionals? And the last one was task handled by testing professionals. Yes, fine. These are the things what we discussed in today's session. So any doubts in this today's session? Are you following it? Is it clear? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
You are following the thing? Yes, fine. Is it clear? So I hope you are having the textbook with you, and maybe I hope you are having the textbook, no? Soft copy.
Yes, sir.
Soft copy is there?
Yes.
I will share you the notes also. Yes, fine. Yes, fine. I'll share you the notes. Is it clear? Fine. Other classes are going on?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.